Good afternoon, folks. This is Deb Delipiano, and this is your short take. Today, I'm an equal opportunity critic. We're going to start with the boomers. So every time I make a post somewhere and go look at comments, all I hear is the canned response. Oh, don't waste your time voting Democrats. The Democrats and the Republicans are the same. They're two wings of the same bird. You know what, folks? That's a cliche, and it's also quite wrong. So let me give you the lowdown here about what's really going on in America, because clearly you're either not reading or choosing to not read purposely so that you can keep that whole counterculture kind of cool thing, because you're not going to vote because you're too cool to vote, because no one wants to say they're Democrats. I'm going to say it. I'm a Democrat all the fucking way, because there's only one party in this country that is doing all the damage that you're seeing here. So let me tell you a little bit about that damage. The Republicans are using billionaire and corporate donations to basically overthrow the government and to oppress people's rights. Barry Sade donated $1.6 billion to the Federalist Society to reshape the entire court system of this country from bottom to top, from the local level to the Supreme Court, in right-wing ideology, and they have been successful. Donald Trump has appointed mostly white males to lifelong posts as judges. And that was done with the expressed intent of oppressing women, people of color, gays, and trans people. Understand this, okay? Understand this. That isn't the Democrats. That's the Republicans. Peter Thiel, a billionaire, donated and bankrolled candidates in Arizona and also J.D. Vance in Ohio, who actually won. Surprisingly, I can't believe that guy even won. I cannot believe it, but he did. The House of Representatives right now, you just witnessed the second coup on the anniversary of the insurrection with the election of Kevin McCarthy to the speakership. He basically sold out this entire country. He sold out the House of Representatives to people like Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and the rest of the extremists out there so that he could become speaker. Understand that. That was not normal what happened. 15 votes to elect a speaker, that's never happened here in the United States. The last time we had 2 votes was in the 1800s. This is not the Democratic Party doing this. This is the Republican Party. Now, yes, I understand that the Democratic Party takes corporate donations. You know what? We can revisit that whole get the money out of politics thing as soon as we have another side who's willing to come to the table to do that. But I will tell you this much. The Democrats are moving in the right direction. The squad, Ilhan Omar, AOC, the other 8 that are in that group. I don't need to name all their names right now. I will put the article in here. The other 8 have not taken corporate donors for a long time. And the new people who are hired as Democrats, who are elected as Democrats to come into the House, have vowed not to take corporate money. But we have a Republican Party who pays fealty to Vladimir Putin. We have a Republican Party who invites Viktor Orban to be the keynote speaker at CPAC. We have a Republican Party who was so excited that Giorgia Meloni won in Italy, the first fascist since Benito Mussolini. Do you understand who these people are? Viktor Orban dismantled democracy in Turkey. They would have loved to see Brazil stay right wing. It didn't work out that way for them this time. So now the former head of Brazil, the right-wing shitbag, is hanging out in Florida with another fascist named Ron DeSantis. He ran out of his country. And he's seeking refuge here. And they took him in Florida, because Florida and Texas are breeding grounds for fascism here. They are the training grounds, the proving grounds, where they are not only now denying trans children care, but have decided to go after adults too. So now they want to take it away until you're 26 years old. My understanding is when you're 19, 18, 19, you're an adult in this country, but not if you're trans. There's only one party doing all this. It's not the Democrats. So I suggest to you that you either start reading or shut the fuck up, one or the other. Because you're not talking fact. And that's a little problem for me. Now let's talk about the Gen-Zers who like to blame the boomers for everything. Some of the boomers, and most of the boomers that I know, fought for rights. I fought for my rights as both a lesbian and a woman. And I am fighting for my daughter who is transgender. I'm fighting for her rights right now. So stop with the smugness. Get over yourselves, because not everybody in this country is your age, and everybody in this country deserves representation. You have constituents who aren't your age. You owe them representation. You need to learn to get along with everybody that works in the Democratic Party to get anything done, because there's not enough of you in office to do it all by yourselves, and there never will be. This is called cooperation. The squad learned how to do it. They learned how to deal with Nancy Pelosi, who, in my opinion, was a boss. She knew what she was doing. She held the speaker's gavel with dignity for a very long time. And she managed, by the way, to step aside for new leadership. That's how you do it here. That's how it works. This is a democracy for now. But I'm going to tell you right now, for the people out there who are sitting back and saying shit like the Gen-Zers are going to save us. No, they're not. That's what you said about the Millennials too. Look where we are. We are on fascism's doorstep. We are on fascism's doorstep. There is not one moderate Republican in the House of Representatives. They are all far right. Don't kid yourself. Kevin McCarthy's not a moderate. Any man who would sell his soul for a speaker's position, he's now going to do the bidding of the Matt Gaetzes, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, the Lauren Boeberts, the Jim Jordans, and the rest of the nitwits. They want one thing. They want Christian nationalism, white supremacy, fascist rule in this country. They want authoritarian rule. They want to dictate. They are now in Florida removing books from schools that have LGBTQ characters in them. Get a clue, people. Get a clue. It's not the Democrats doing that. The Christian right has been pushing the buttons and pulling the strings for a very long time, and I've been saying that. But Christian nationalism, that's quite another story. That is steeped in white supremacy and authoritarian rule. You know, I'm going to invite all the people on TikTok to go to the website, the YouTube website, our YouTube website, and watch this video again, because in that video will be all the backup that you will need to understand where this information is coming from. You won't get that on TikTok. But bottom line here, we have one more shot at this. If the House and the Senate goes to the GOP in 2024, we are doomed. It will be game, set, and match for democracy. There is an open seat in Indiana. There's a right-winger who is a Trump supporter and a right-wing authoritarian lover. And he has already announced that he's going for that seat. We need a Democrat to fight him off. We need to understand this. Even if Donald Trump goes to jail, he has left behind all of this rabble. And they are here now, and they're not going anywhere unless we move them out. So 52 won't do. We need all hands on deck, because Barack Obama is right. If 90% of registered Democrats actually get out and voted, we wouldn't have to worry about this stuff. This is it, folks. This is not overstatement. This is not a drill. This is happening in real time. Wake up. I'll talk to you all later.